The icy December wind whipped through the streets as Michael tightened the scarf around his neck, his heart heavier than the winter coat he wore. Tonight was supposed to be different, a chance to step back into a world he had long avoided, a world of dinners, laughter, and fleeting glances. A blind date had been arranged for him, set in a cozy little cafe adorned with twinkling Christmas lights. But as he stepped inside, the warmth of the room contrasted sharply with the cold ache in his chest. Across the table sat a woman who looked at him politely, smiled out of obligation, and then shook her head. She whispered words that shattered the fragile hope he had carried for weeks. She wasn't interested. Michael's chest tightened, not just from rejection, but from the years of being a single father, the nights he spent tucking his daughter into bed while wondering if he'd ever find love again. If you believe in kindness, in second chances, or in the magic of the human heart, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Grandma Dearie. Michael left the cafe quietly, trying to mask the sting of humiliation and loneliness. Snowflakes melted on his cheeks like tiny, cold reminders of his solitary life. He wasn't just a man without a partner, he was a father trying to protect the small universe of his daughter, Emma, from the harshness of the world. Since his wife's tragic passing 3 years ago, every decision, every sleepless night, every smile he forced for Emma's sake had been a balancing act between grief and hope. The thought of dating again felt selfish, almost impossible, and tonight's rejection seemed to confirm that. Yet, life has a strange way of weaving the unexpected into even the coldest nights. As Michael trudged home, his mind wandering through memories of laughter, bedtime stories, and Emma's tiny hands clutching his finger, he didn't notice the figure waiting outside his apartment building. She was a woman who carried herself with quiet confidence, her eyes reflecting a warmth he hadn't seen in years. She approached him slowly, almost hesitantly, and yet with a certainty that caught him off guard. "Michael," she asked softly, her voice breaking through the fog of his despondency. "I know you've had a rough night. But can I ask something bold?" Michael looked at her, wary yet curious. She wasn't smiling in that conventional, superficial way, her eyes were sincere, compassionate, and oddly familiar. "Can you be my new husband?" she whispered, as if confessing a secret that had grown in her heart for months. Time seemed to slow. Michael blinked, trying to process the words. They were unthinkable, impossible even. And yet, as he glanced into her eyes, he saw hope. A hope that had been dormant, buried beneath the weight of grief, responsibility, and lonely December nights. He saw someone who recognized not just the father he was, but the man he still longed to be. The next few weeks unfolded like a fragile snowflake, delicate yet transformative. Michael invited her into his home, into the small universe he had built for Emma, and she embraced it all without hesitation. She baked cookies with Emma, taught her new songs, and listened to the stories Michael shared about the life they had lost and the life they hoped to create. Slowly, Michael began to believe that love wasn't just a distant, unreachable dream, it was something tangible, something he could touch, nurture, and protect. Every moment they spent together was tinged with a cinematic quality, warm light streaming through frosted windows, the faint smell of pine from the Christmas tree, Emma's laughter echoing like music in the rooms. Yet, beneath the beauty, there was vulnerability, hesitation, and the slow unraveling of years of fear. Michael feared losing love again, while she feared being just another fleeting presence in his carefully guarded heart. But life, in its quiet wisdom, allowed them the space to grow together, to learn the rhythms of each other's hearts. One Christmas morning, as snow blanketed the city and carols drifted through the streets, Michael realized that rejection had been a strange kind of blessing. It had forced him to confront his fears, to understand what he truly wanted, and to see love in a way he had long forgotten. The woman who had asked him to be her husband wasn't just a partner, she was a mirror to his resilience, a testament to the idea that even shattered hearts could heal, and even the loneliest nights could lead to dawn. He held Emma's hand and looked at her mother's photo on the mantel, feeling a quiet gratitude for the life he had and the love he had found anew. And then he turned to the woman beside him, who had stepped into his world when he least expected it, and whispered a vow he hadn't dared speak for years, to love, to protect, and to cherish both her and the little girl who had given his life meaning. If this story touched your heart, if it reminded you that love can arrive in the most unexpected ways, please take a moment to like, share, and comment below. Share your thoughts, your emotions, and the moments that made you believe in second chances. Comment below if you believe that love can heal even the deepest wounds, and that sometimes, a single act of courage, like asking, "Can you be my new husband?" can change a life forever. Michael's journey wasn't about a Christmas miracle in the conventional sense, it was about the quiet courage to keep hoping, to remain open even when life rejected him. It was about a father who loved fiercely, a little girl who deserved happiness, and a woman who saw the beauty in both. In that cold December night, among the rejection, the loneliness, and the weight of the past, Michael found a new beginning, a reminder that the human heart is resilient, that love is never truly lost, and that sometimes, the most extraordinary gifts come wrapped in the simplest words.